Welcome back, comrades. This is Gaming with Austin for episode 130 of the Utopian Community series. Let's talk about other games first. Like with Fortnite, they added some new emotes to it. And one of those emotes kind of reminds me of the Epic Sax guy. Because, you know, the emote involves using the saxophone. What I learned from Occupied Democrats, NAC.TV, is that Trump's even calling Fox News fake as well. Because there are news reporters working for Fox News that learned that's nowadays with Trump, he's literally spreading fake news now. Like, Trump admitted to that Fox is fake news, which he is actually correct. It is fake news. North Korea, Trump is starting to turn America into North Korea. A combination of both North Korea and Nazi Germany. Literally. Many people don't know this, but Middle Eastern countries, like especially Saudi Arabia, they persecute not only homosexuals, but those who are bisexual too under anti-homosexuality laws over there. Which is why we need to put an end to Sharia law over there. presidential race? Big Pharma. They need to stop price gouging drugs that we need to survive. Because how'd Trump ultimately find out that Fox News is fake too? News reporters working for Fox News are beginning to criticize Trump too. After backlash from Fox News, the only news he'll probably end up listening to would be the state-run propaganda of totalitarian countries like North Korea. Because he would probably see it as his most reliable source of news. Whenever it comes to terms with Rocket Man, Trump is turning Rocket Man into his ally. Ironically enough, some Republicans actually voted for Hillary because they hated that orange deplorable. One thing that a lot of dictators have in common is that they are literally immune to the law, both federal and international law. The reason cars need ventilation from outside into the car, because one, without that ventilation, the car can actually explode from too much air pressure. If you turn the car into a sealed chamber, the car can actually explode from too much pressure. Living. You know, eating is one thing we must do to survive. Because no process in the universe will ever reach 100% efficiency, no matter how hard you try. You may think immigration process in America is really hard. But look at China. They have it. Those who want to move to China, it's even harder. Why? They're already overpopulated. There will still be some poverty, even if we increase the minimum wage and impose a maximum wage ceiling on the CEOs. Because the biggest factor in poverty around the world now is actually climate change. Which means land that is currently suitable for construction will no longer be suitable for it, as the land would be too dry. Food costs would skyrocket all over the world. There's literally the only biologically feasible way to reduce the demand for food is to reduce the population size. The only biologically feasible way of reducing the demand for food is to reduce the population size. How? like without killing people. It'd probably be done through a one-child policy. Just like what China has. A biological necessity, obligate carnivores tend to be really greedy when it goes to resources. There are animals out there who must eat meat out of biological necessity, who just cannot survive on soy protein whatsoever. In this community, people would literally be free from oppression in this world. When you have a cat, you're literally making a perpetual pledge to support a really cruel meat industry. The reason you're gonna have to start supporting the meat industry again, if you have a cat, is because they are obligate carnivores. Cats are one of the only few animals in this world that must eat meat to survive. Cats are among the strictest carnivores out there on this planet. Wanna know why? They need meat to survive. How strict of a carnivore are cats? Their degree of their level of how strict they are when it goes to their diet is that they are obligate carnivores. Meaning, by necessity, they are strict carnivores. What's putting more and more people into poverty on a global scale? Climate change. It is real. Eventually, there'd be a point in human history in which the demand for food will actually end up stagnating. As the population will actually end up stagnating. Even though our productivity has increased, wages are actually stagnating. capitalism really does not work in the modern world. I'm happy that Amazon workers are finally making a living wage now. I'm happy that Amazon workers are finally making a living wage now. Problem is, a lot of commercial farmers are still making poverty wages. On commercial farms, farmers are still making poverty wages, which is a big problem. Even though they work very hard to feed all of us, they are still making poverty wages. In fact, the ones who run commercial farms, some of them even resort to using children for labor, which is really bad. There are people out there working on commercial farms for very little money. In fact, some of them don't get paid at all, which is even worse. It's the fact that some of them don't get paid at all. A lot of the commercial farms tend to violate minimum wage laws. The use of children for work doesn't just violate child labor laws, it even violates minimum wage laws too. Whenever it goes to employment age, children, if they were to work, they should only work 2 hours out of the day, at most. For the same amount, to help keep up with the demand for food. Cats are literally obligate carnivores. The greed of the big businesses is what's leading to the death of millions of people all over the world. And cats tend to have short guts. Obligate carnivores are actually the biggest reasons why the meat industry will never go away completely. What will we do to reduce the population size of America is so overpopulated that millions of people actually end up dying from malnutrition? A lot of immigrants would be stripped of their citizenship. They would be forcibly stripped of their citizenship. They'd have to revert back to their birth citizenship. Instead of going completely stateless, just like the Jews in World War II, they'd be reverted back to their birth citizenship. If I was to give up my citizenship, I wouldn't be forced to do it. I'd choose to do it. Problem with capital punishment is it violates our natural instinct of living. Because all people want to live. And each slab that I place in the server room would represent a rack server. Cats do not have a moral code. For me, I love animals so much, I'd rather leave them off my plate. Even if the animal is violently beaten, cats will still eat meat no matter what. For them, it's whether they like it or not. Problem with capital punishment is it violates our natural instincts. Ultimately, it violates our natural instincts. Whenever you see a lion take over a pride, they kill all the cubs. By nature, we don't kill our babies when we take over a family. We don't have to kill our... Killing our babies is only done in emergency like, it's common across a lot of animals. It used to be common back in before there was agriculture. But now it's very rare. It is quite rare now, which is a good thing. Anyways, this is it for this video. Share this with your comrades on social media to help my channel grow. Subscribe for more. As always, thank you for watching and stay tuned for more. Peace out.